Welcome to the next video for the Dovecot certificate interface, which is shortened as DCI. And in this video I will show you a little bit about the installation procedure and the software itself. So by the way, you can find a lot of information in my documentary, which is linked in the description of this video. And before you watch this video, which you are actually watching, you should maybe watch the introduction to this Dovecot certificate interface, which is linked in the description at the top as well. So what I have right here, I have a system. Here is my server. I have a server where I have installed the software, so I have downloaded the repository. I have put the data out of the source directory in the repository to my /var/www/html folder. Here you can see in the documentation at the installation area, you can see more information about the installation and different settings you can do in the settings.sample.php file, which you need to rename later to settings.php to make it work. Here you can find different constants which you can set in the settings file, which are also explained in the settings file itself. And you have a little overview about the cron jobs, which are explained in the first introduction video. Here is an important thing. If you install that software, you have to edit the Dovecot configuration file and include that string at the end of the file. So in the dovecot.conf, at the end of the file, you can see I've included. So as you can see here in the configuration, I have added this file string at the end of this Dovecot configuration file to make the new configuration work. When the Dovecot certificate interface software, which you installed, my software here has generated this file. And in this file, there will be different information for SSL, certificate, and domain relations, which you don't need. You can ignore them because my system will take care of it and you can see it all in my interface. So if you have made this setting, you have uploaded the files to your document root folder, you have made your changes to the settings.php file, and you have included this line here in your dovecot.conf file. Restart Dovecot. Restart Dovecot, and now we are all good to go. So the software will install itself. You don't need to install any database tables or something like that. So if you have installed the software, you will see something like this, where you can log in now with your login data. The initial login is username admin and password change me. And so now we see the interface. And in the interface, we have at first at the top at the navigation bar, we have the users area where you can add new users and assign some permissions to them. Just to mention, manage domains is a global permission, so there is no per user domain management here in this software. If a user has the permission to manage domains, all users will see the same domains. So there are no specific user areas where users can add their own domains and edit their own domains. All domains here are kind of global. So all users can see all domains if they have this permission and can work on all domains. So here you can edit and change users. You can change the password. You can edit users. This is the initial users. This is the reason why you can change permission here. And here, please, just to notify you, it's important that you do not lose your password because there is no functionality inside that program which lets you reset or restore a password. This means if you lose the password, the fastest way to restore it is to delete the users table of the software inside your MySQL database, because it will be restored and then you can log in again with the initial user. Otherwise, you have to decrypt another password into the table. Yeah, so just get sure you don't lose your password if you change it. And yeah, that's it about the users area. We have a log area where you can see different log entries of things which happened. We have one cron job here which is for the fetching of ISP config. It's a special cron job which is only there for ISP config. So if you have activated this cron job here, you can see log entries of it. You can see the cron job and cron job folder. So this cron job needs to be run if you want to fetch folders from ISP config. And you can see the output of this cron job here, what happened and what the cron job has fetched so far. Besides that, there is a sync cron job, which does sync the Dovecot configuration corresponding to the settings of this interface. And the sync cron job, you can see also information about this, what happened at the syncing process and which domains have been added to the Dovecot configuration file. So in the debugging area, you can ignore that area. This area is pretty much useless. It's only here for developing. So you can kind of ignore that. We have the block list, which acts as a block list for fail login. So if a user enters the wrong password, the IP address area gets blocked after 1000 tries. You can set this up, the count of tries, you can set it all up in the settings.php file. Some explanations are here directly on the website. And you can deblock IPs if they get blocked here, if you need that. You can also deblock IPs by running the cron job daily.php, which is optional. We have a profile area here where you can change your password, nothing special about it. And we have the domains area here where the important stuff is happening. So this is the domains area where I can currently see domains which have been fetched locally from my ISP config instance. This is certainly optional. So maybe you don't have this functionality on your system, but all domains which you set up will be shown here. So you can create a new domain, example.com, and if you have a Let's Encrypt certificate or a custom certificate on your web server, you can link these certificates by putting their location here into that fields. After that, you can run it, and we can see here that I have entered a new domain. We can see the certificates I entered, and there will be a status which tells us if the certificates are valid. The validation of certificates will only be done when the cron job sync.php is running. So here the status is now waiting for cron. And if the cron job has run, we can see updated interface and the status of the certificate itself. You can disable and enable this single domains. This means if you disable a domain, it will not go into the Dovecot configuration, no matter if the certificate is valid or not. If it's enabled, the domain will go into the Dovecot configuration only if the certificate and the key file is valid and if they fit together. Yeah, and that's it so far about the software. It was just a little overview about what the software can and what you can see in the interface. So basically now you see the domains here which are being able to, I could now log in myself on this server with the domain example.com on my email client using that domain, and if the certificate is valid, I would be able to log into the domain without getting any warnings of my email client on this ISP config server about the certificate status. Yeah. Yeah, I hope you can use it. I hope you could get some information of this video which may help you to use it. And yeah, then that's it so far. Have a great one.